Hello and welcome back to Obsessive Prepper AZ. Today we are on our week 7 of our 10 bucks a week food challenge. And as a food challenge, I have been given this task of coming up with a food stable pantry for prepping on $10 a week. And by doing that, I am trying to find things that are nutritional, shelf stable, thinking always in my head how to make a well-rounded meal, how we're going to do it inexpensively for people that have never stored or prepped before. We're trying to help people out that do not have an income for a huge prep. Now, over the years, working in the industry, I watch people come in and spend thousands of dollars on Mountain House freeze-dried food or cases of MREs, and they had the funds to be able to do that. But what I want to do is be able to help people out to think about things to have it shelf stable without dropping bank on your food storage. Now, I'm talking about building your food storage up on smaller items, 10 bucks a week. And by building up our food storage, that we're not looking for a doomsday scenario, an SHTF situation. Our preps will be great for that situation. What I primarily try to do is to keep people on, if there was a hurricane, a tornado, flooding, earthquake, any of those instances where now you are cut off from stores. The stores are empty, and can you feed your family? I keep thinking about the poor people in Japan during the Fukushima Daiichi, where the nuclear plant just was wiped out with water and it just destroyed that entire area. And I watched videos of a guy that all he was doing was eating rice, and he had some canned fish, and that helps sustain you. But if you don't have any food preps, and people are so used to the stores being right there, you know, we all have 99-cent stores, Dollar Generals. They're just right around the corner for most small towns anymore. But if you got hit with a major devastation like the Midwest and the floods, there are certain stores that are going to be wiped out, and it's going to be a long time before trucks can get the food in. So we're trying to help you get a shelf-stable pantry for a situation like that. Now come along and we're going to talk about our 7th week for a 10 bucks a week food challenge. So in my week 7 10 bucks challenge, I don't have a whole lot here. I have very small, but what I have will help with our meals back here, help make more meals. And one of the things that I've got that people don't rarely think about in food preps is you're storing a bunch of oatmeal. You can put some sugar on it, or you're making breads, or you're making some muffins, anything like that, possibly some cookies if you're lucky, but you need brown sugar. You don't have to store brown sugar. We all know, anybody that's purchased brown sugar, it goes to rock solid form after a period of time. And you're kind of just wasted money. It's convenient, it's very easy. I purchase it, but one of the staple items you can have is molasses. Now, molasses can store well past 10 years. Opened, it can go anywhere from a year to 5 years. But you will use it up if you have it in your food preps, I am sure. And we can make brown sugar with molasses simply by adding 1 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of molasses. If you want a dark brown sugar, you just add a little bit more molasses. And that's all it is. You mix it in with your sugar, and now you have brown sugar. So molasses is a neat thing to have in your preps for your food storage that really does have an extremely long shelf life when it is sealed completely. Once you've opened it, like I said, depending on the conditions, you can get 1 to 5 years. But if we're in an SHTF situation, loss of job or whatever, we will use our molasses up. And our molasses was $3.24. So it was a costly item, but I think it's great to have in your preps, in your shelves, that you can use for any kind of situation where you need brown sugar. The next item I have is clams. Now, our clams were $1.48 at Walmart. and I purchased 2 cans of it. Now I'm trying to bring in some other proteins into our food preps. Now maybe you don't like clams. If you don't, purchase something else. Spam, tuna, whatever, but we want to put extra protein into our food preps. And by having our clams, we can easily use our pasta back here. Boil our pasta, a little olive oil. If you're lucky enough to have butter flakes or some kind of freeze-dried butter, some ghee, you can make a wonderful linguine and clam sauce. Now, anybody that's watched my videos know I'm a big flavor person. I'm all about seasoning. And so I went ahead and purchased one of these shrimp scampi seasonings. Now, you can use your own seasonings, but I'm on $10 a week, and I'm trying to do it where I'm planning these meals out. And I'm sure we could get 2 meals. We have 2 cans of clam, and break this package in half, and we have 2 meals, linguine and clam sauce for your family. And I have had comments about, well, why are you just buying the packages? Why don't you buy this? You've got to understand I'm on $10 a week, and so I have to do what I can do on $10 a week. I am pretending like that's all I have. And so I've had people say, well, why don't you buy the bigger containers? Because if I do, all I'm going to do is have one huge garlic salt, and that is it, and I'm not going to have any pasta. So that's why I'm using these little flavor packets, so we can make meals boosted up for our families. Lastly, I have a can of shrimp. Now, normally I would just be pushing my buggy right past the canned shrimp, but I went on a river rafting trip down the Colorado, and the people that put it on busted out a can of shrimp. They did a jar of cocktail sauce and a cube of cream cheese, mixed it up, and made a dip out of cocktail sauce, cream cheese, and shrimp. And so ever since then, I'm sold on canned shrimp. Now, on our canned shrimp, for our preps, the reason why I purchased it is because you can make your rice-a-roni, fried rice, and mix your shrimp in it, and you have a great meal. So I'm always thinking about things that we can put in. If you have your mixed vegetables, you can put it in your fried rice with your shrimp. There are other things that you can do where you can make meals. You just have to think about how you're going to make your meals. Try that dip. Cocktail sauce, a can of shrimp, a little bit of lemon, and some cream cheese. Wonderful dip. Now, normally I try to throw one more little tip in of things that I would put in my food storage that isn't in my $10 a week, just things for you to think about. And one of them is shelf-stable lemon juice. And by having this, you can mix this in with your linguine and clam sauce and amp up your flavors. Put a little couple drops into your water. There are so many things. You can add this to your cakes, things that you can add more flavor to for your food preps. Now, this was $1.98 at Walmart. They do have the Walmart brand, that's $1. I just went ahead and purchased this, but this wasn't part of my $10 a week challenge. And just another neat thing to have into your food preps. So there you go. This is our 7th week of our $10 a week challenge. We can make 3 meals just off of our canned food here. Feed 4 people. We have brown sugar now that we do not have to worry about storing bags of brown sugar. Like I said, molasses stores for over 10 years unopened, and in the right conditions, cool, dark, it's going to last much longer. So molasses is one of those things where you definitely want to have in your food. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take a look at our previous weeks. Keep an eye out for week 8. If you like this video, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified for future videos, ring the bell. Have a blessed day.